Hey, it's Arctic here, and today we continue on our road to Inferno. We are kicking things off with the start to the money grind, seeing as we need to grind out well over 2 billion gold to get the gear and supplies we need for the Inferno. There is going to be a fair amount of cash grind on this journey, so I decided to start with a grind that's pretty chill to do and hit up some Corporeal Beast. For a few reasons really. The first being that Corp has some amazing drops when it comes to generating cash flow, with estimated value on each kill to be around 120,000, unless you get one of the sigil drops where you start making some real money. And speaking of sigil drops, that brings us quite conveniently to the second reason we're here. Corp is where you can get the Elysian sigil, which we can then use to create the Elysian shield and save ourselves 1 billion gold on our final gear cost. Alternatively, we can sell the Elysian and use the cash to purchase our Twisted Bow, which is where the other big cost of this build comes from. The method we are using for farming Corp solo is to lower his stats with our spec weapons, so that's the Dragon Warhammer, Arclight and Bandos Godsword, before we start the actual kill each time. What this does is lower the stats of Corp from being an absolute behemoth that can send you back to Lumbridge in a single attack to something much more manageable, saving resources and creating a nice chill grind that doesn't require an awful lot of attention. The only thing that can ruin this is the Dark Core that spawns and tries to jump on your back like an excitable little monkey. Easily avoidable though by simply sidestepping 2 tiles after each attack. We also managed to rope a friend into doing a few duo runs in Corp over on my stream, where you can find me on Tuesday, Wednesdays and Fridays at the link in the description below. Running as a duo greatly sped up the kill time and obviously increases the gold earned because of that. Fortunately, this particular friend is not currently able to play much and decided to let me keep his half of the splits to help me get to the Inferno that little bit quicker. Setting up the duo grind made us a quick million GP, and that was without any real decent drops, which goes to show just how good Corp really is. Finishing up with Corp, I decided to head across to Vorkath because, again, the money you can make here is just absolutely unreal. With kill times of around 1 to 2 minutes and a similar value on each kill of Corp, so about 130,000 gold per kill, you don't need to be a math genius to figure out that adds up to a ton of gold really quickly. I've not been to Vorkath for quite a while though, so my kills this episode were not great. I made a lot of mistakes and made a lot of misclicks, which slowed my kills down, and I used a lot more resources per kill than I would like. But I was still averaging around 3 kills per trip, so making in the region of around 4 to 600,000 per trip, which is not bad going. As I grind here more and more, I'm pretty sure I can probably get 4 or even 5 kill trips pretty regularly and increase the money that we earn per trip accordingly. Killing Vorkath is pretty straightforward. There are 2 special attacks to watch out for, which is the acid spray and the freeze that he does. During the acid spray, you simply walk from side to side, don't step in the acid, and that's about it. The acid splashes will heal Vorkath and damage you at the same time, and by walking side to side, you're already avoiding the machine gun fire that he throws out, which can pretty quickly drop you from full to 0 in a couple of hits. The freeze attack is really simple. Vorkath fires out a white dragon breath, which freezes you in place and shoots a little Vorkath spawn out of his back. All you have to do here, hit the little guy with Crumble Undead and go straight back to attacking Vorkath. It's really that simple. Once you've got these down, it's really just rinse and repeat until you're out of food and have to head back to the bank to restock. There's not much else to it. I mean, there are a few other money making methods that we're going to put to use during this grind. I won't be showing them all in the videos because some are just really passive and it's not going to be great content to watch me just clicking menus. But it's things like we are going to be using our Kingdom of Miscellanea and a few other things like some herb runs and stuff like that, just to make a little bit of extra money each day. But with them being quite passive, there's not much to show, so we're going to leave that out of the videos. I also do want to try out some new bosses that I haven't done yet. And just to keep some variety through the journey, I'm going to do some that are less optimal, but just to spice things up and have a bit of variation in there. So some of the ones I do want to do is I want to head over to Chambers and do those raids. They generate some pretty good income. Possibly try learning TOB and Nightmare, as these are fantastic money earning potential in those bosses and raid. And in a little while, we're going to take a look at a nightmare kill that I actually took part in, where I learned a fair amount of what I was doing was just completely wrong. So as you can see in this nightmare, there are a few special attacks to account for, but that's for another video another time. For now, I'm here for money and money only. And if we manage to hit drop table, it would be an absolutely massive leap in the right direction. Items here range from around 300 mil to 1 bill if you hit drop table, which is huge for the amount of money that we are looking for. So as you can see here, I make a lot of mistakes. I burn through my resources really quickly, and there's no one thing I can put my finger on that I did wrong. It was just a lot of things that added up to a lot of mistakes. So a lot of practice needs to happen here, but as we practice, we'll be able to get more than 1 kill per trip, and we'll just start doing better and better here. From the nightmare though, we do jump across to a different kind of nightmare. We headed over to the nightmare zone. We were extremely close to 99 strength at the end of stream, so I decided to head across to the nightmare zone and grind out the final bit of XP needed to hit my 3rd combat 99 and my 5th overall 99. We will be grabbing the strength cape first thing on Friday stream, so be there at 9 PM GMT to catch that. It's going to be awesome. As for the nightmare zone, I have mine set up right now to generate more XP per hour than anything, but I can go into more detail on my nightmare zone setup and how I have been grinding the nightmare zone for all this time in a separate video if you guys want. If you do want that, let me know in the comments below and we'll get started on a nightmare zone video. But with 99 strength coming in on the account, we're now able to focus all of our attention on our range and target that as our next 99 and grind that out as part of this journey as well. Next up, we head over to some Jad practice, as Jad is a huge part of the Inferno attempt. Wave 68 of the Inferno is quite literally just 3 Jads. So we need to get the Jad practice, 100%. So we did a first attempt where we tried out a new method early on. Didn't really work out for us. We ended up burning through a lot of our resources and we crashed out at about wave 58. After that, we did manage to get 2 attempts on our stream on Tuesday, where we managed to get all the way to Jad, but lack of practice got the better of me and I missed prayer switches and took an 83 to the face. I did manage to get a run down though and clear Jad for the 2nd time on my account. I opted to lure the healers around a corner, as sometimes you can get lucky and Jad kind of gets stuck behind the corners and doesn't attack you, so you can just DPS the healers down without worrying about prey switching on Jad. This didn't really work out this time and Jad came along for the ride, but we still managed to clear out the healers and drop Jad, obtaining the 2nd fire cape on this account, which we of course immediately gambled for the pet, seeing as we need that as part of the criteria for this race. So as promised in the last episode, we're going to take a look at the gear we need for the Inferno. Our helm will be the Justice Share helm for the defensive stats mainly, an Ava's on our back, an occult necklace and dragon arrows for our twisted bow, a Kodai wand, ancestral top and bottoms, a Elysian shield or a crystal shield if we can't get to the Elysian in our offhand, Barry's gloves and Pegasians alongside our ring of suffering. In our inventory we'll be having our armadillo chest and legs, a blowpipe, the anguish necklace, twisted bow and a Saradomin god sword. That about rounds out the items we need to make these attempts and ultimately equip that Inferno cape. So at the end of this episode, we have managed to grind out 164 mil in a cash stack, and we have a good chunk of our gear as well, only missing the Kodai, the twisted bow, the Elysian and the Justice Share helm. But that's about going to wrap up this video, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. So in episode 3, we are going to be grinding out some of the music unlocks for the cape portion of our requirements, and just really heading towards that music cape. So I look forward to seeing you guys on my stream on Friday. Hope to see you all there. We will also see you guys in episode 3. Take some time to check out Panda Dave 23, who is also taking part in this. He's also on his road to Inferno, and I will see you guys next time. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you guys can catch the next video as soon as it goes live. So I'll catch you guys all next time. See you later.